Welcome to Krystal Rowe Impact, a space dedicated to empowering you to be the change that your bloodline has been waiting for. Join me and together, let's inspire change. Kia ora whanau and welcome to the Krystal Rowe Impact podcast. And today we're going to be talking about life beyond burnout and redefining success. I'm going to take you on a little journey with me as I remember the biggest breakdown of my life, to the point where I actually had to take 3 weeks off work, just completely shut the cafe with no idea what was going to be around the corner or what I was going to come back to. But I just knew that I needed to take that time. I was already past burnout, and I was completely in my shutdown phase. And that's exactly what I did. I took time to process, and I just couldn't do it anymore. And for somebody to have so much responsibility to just completely shut off and shut down was huge. And I knew that there would be a negative impact. But what I didn't realize was that I was going to create a newfound success for myself. I was redefining success in the way that I never knew possible. I kind of looked at my life like I had to tick all these boxes and I had to do all these things and I had to reach certain heights before I was good enough, before I could be successful, before I could just take control of my life and actually start living. I literally was just in survival mode, existing. And for those of you that operate from that place of pure existence, you'll know what I mean when enough is enough and when the burnout is just around the corner. For me, when I reached that place, I literally just caved. I just lay on my couch and I just couldn't move. And that was the point when I realized, you know what, I need to shut everything down before there's no other option. And so I did. I closed for 3 weeks. I had no time limit. I just knew that I had to take time for myself to rediscover where I wanted to go with my business, if I still wanted it. And I remember at this point in time, I just wanted to sell the shop, sell everything that I owned and hit the road. And I wanted to take my kids and I just wanted to travel because I couldn't get back to New Zealand. So in my past, I like to run away a lot. I run away when it gets hard, and I was so set in finding a way through this challenging time. But my soul just wanted to find something, whether it was purpose or peace. I just knew that within the next chapter of my life, I needed to find both purpose and peace. Over those 3 weeks, I experienced a lot of numbness, a lot of tears, and a lot of doubt and a lot of failure. But through that and from that, I actually created somebody that now looks at success as being able to get up each day and find the joy in the little things, to be able to embrace my children with loving, open arms. And although that seems and sounds like something we should do naturally for our children, I was at a point where I couldn't embrace them wholeheartedly. Yes, I could give them a hug and a kiss, but my heart was so full and it was at its most capacity of carrying the weight and the burden of life that I had nothing else to give. And so when I realized that I could put that weight and the pressure down and actually truly redefine success as in putting my family first, Mother Teresa says, if you want to change the world, go home and love your family. And for me, even now, I'm like, I love that so much because it starts at the home. It starts in the home. And if we can just always remember that our job is to love the ones that are close to us. And if they feel that love and that safety, then that's all the success that I need in this world. The success that I have redefined for myself doesn't lie in my bank balance or the car that I drive or the home that I have. It actually lies in how the ones that I love the most feel. And as long as they feel loved and happy and empowered, then I know that I've done a good job. If there's one thing that I've learned the most that defines success for me, is that it lies in the love that I have for my family and how they receive it and how they respond to it. So redefining success for myself was the moment that I realized that the love that I give to my family is the most important. But to be able to give the love to my family, I had to give love to myself because we can't give from an empty cup. And so success for me is loving myself enough to love my family wholeheartedly, for them to truly feel it, not by just the words, but by the action and the energy that I give. One thing I learned about redefining success for myself was that I don't need to be perfect, that I don't need to tick all the boxes, and that success actually lies within the worth that I have for myself. You can't give from an empty cup. So you've got to fill your cup first, and then you can fill everybody else's around you. Thanks for listening, whānau. And if you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you give us a 5-star review on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Follow us on all social media platforms, and I'll see you in the next episode.